This is, man, last episode, right? I was like, fuck, Rachel, bastard. I really hope, right? I think we all really hope. So hurrah, and of course, last episode here of Tower of God, episode 13, right? I think we all just really hope that it's gonna be explained. I think that's the biggest thing. I think everyone here is thinking that why did she do it? And hopefully here then, in the last episode, right, we know that Rachel is betrayed Bam. And I think everyone, at least I am, but I think everyone is really thinking that why, right? Why the fuck did you do it? I think that's the biggest thing, right? I think when I'm sitting here, what I'm hoping for really is they're gonna explain, but of course they push them out. Oh man, but I don't know if they can do it right. I don't know, because I feel like, will they do that? If I was the writer of this, see you right, if I was the writer of this storyline, I would probably hint to her, giving a little explanation for it, right? And then I definitely wouldn't do it, because I know this is one of those things that hooks you back, right? To read and to keep reading and following it, right? So I don't think that we're gonna get the full context here, right? But they're probably gonna get the hints to why she did it, man. But yeah, last episode, massive betrayal. I'll say one thing though, which is a little unfortunate, right? Doing this kind of whatever, right? But of course, I expected her to betray him, right? And to some extent, because, man, she was also doing some weird stuff, right? Just leaving him there, never explaining anything to him, changing his name. I mean, I think there was a lot of things there, and I have to say it a bit then, because all the comments, right? People are like, oh, you're gonna love Rachel. I was like, a lot of people are mentioning Rachel all the time. I feel she's gonna betray him, so it's gonna be early. But as I said last week, I think while that scene also worked really well is because previously they were fighting in different teams, right? Like with the crown thing. And if she betrayed him at that scene, it would have made more sense. Because it's like, if I betray you now, I can win the King of the Hill kind of game, right? But now they won. It's like, F you. And pushes him out. So anyway, let's start watching it. So 3, 2, 1. And go. But yeah, she pushed him out, right? When they won. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's like, oh, you won? Fuck you, Bam. It's like, what the F? Oh. I would kind of hope he would actually be able to fly up again, but I very much doubt it, right? I very much doubt that Bam can actually... Of course, he's going to be emotionally crushed from this. Man, I really hope they're gonna... Finally! I mean, it's like, finally I did it. Fuck him. It's like... Oh, man, yeah, it's like, pff, I did it, he's out. Finally! It's finally over! Oh, man, it's getting worse. Hopefully Bam can fly up, though. I hope he can just be like... Oh, see, this guy's like, epilogue is over. Yeah, he's like, yeah, he's even him is like, yeah, now they really had a start. Season 2 here. But I love it. She's immediately, it's like, it's finally over, I did it. It's like, what? But I gave you a little more of her trying to leave him. Yeah, I'm gonna climb the tower. Well, okay, maybe she actually isn't... okay. In this sense, she definitely take a regular, right? Because she's like, the tower is calling for me. But she's still appearing in that... The Zeus and the dragon statue and so on. Where Bam enters. Oh, fuck you, Rich. This is the peak of my life! It's like, I pushed him out! Oh, yeah! It's like, no, but I think actually that was probably before or what. But she's not... Okay, maybe she's not regular though. I don't know, but I keep saying that she's probably also a regular, right? This is what I kept saying last week or so, or also 2 weeks ago. But yeah, it seems like she... See, I think she's an irregular, right? Because she somehow forced her way into the tower, right? But the door opened for her for teleporting away, though. Okay. Is she gonna do the same test as Bam did? This looks like it. Seems to be the same test, right? It's unfair. It's unfair! She hasn't understood how the thrower works yet. It's like, it's unfair! It's like, yeah, I don't know. The tower is a lot of unfairness in this tower. Okay, no Bam appears. I guess after. Just like Damn, that bastard took my position. Yeah, my savior, Bam! Yeah, and he, of course, he test. But how did she pass on then if he did the test then? He's just Bam. Oh, it's like a strong hate here. Oh, that bastard. He did my test. Yeah. Uriah wants to do most out of it. But how is she gonna... It's like, you loser! You couldn't do it! Okay, so she was a loser. She's too weak to... Ooh, he burns her immediately! The ugliness seeping out from your inside! He's like, oh, I can sense the evil inside of you! Oh, she was a be a star. Oh, interesting. Oh, there we go. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, she doesn't... Her dream is actually to be a star and not to see the stars. Yeah, much more... To be the sun herself. That's a mega Myrmondenic dream there. She wants to be the sun. Yeah, it's like, oh, interesting. Here we go. Will you betray him? I guess. I don't know. Bottom. He's a lot of birds. He's a lot of Rachel birds. Bottomless stupidity. Yeah. Okay, she killed everyone, right? Okay, she can only climb if she pushes out Bam. You have to betray the guy that loves you. Okay, so that explains what she did then. Purely selfish then. You have to kill Bam. But why would he want this though? Like why would that guy want this? Yeah, it's like, yeah, you gotta betray him. Man, this guy is the true antagonist, definitely. He's like, it's gonna be fun. You have to betray the guy. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. Man, she's a bitch, Rachel. The more you see her, the more you hate her, because she's a whiner too. Yeah, it's unfair, give me... Okay, yes, obviously a red blood guy is for her, right? You get keep it to hell. Just once he would be your life. See, I called it out and he disappeared, right? That when she died, he's like, he had to, go and save her, right? Yeah, he was her one life, 1+ life there. But man, the more you see her, the more you hate her, right? She's like, oh, it's unfair, I want to have powers too. Oh, life shit. She's a whiner, Rachel. I think they all want him to replace the rule or whatever, right? Yeah, that's why they recruited hot best girl, yeah. And then of course, Bankai's her, yeah. I mean, it's not interesting now. We have a lot of flashbacks, but it's like from Rachel's point of view flashbacks, right? Seeing how she felt when Bam was, I have to kill him. It's like, yes, god damn it, Rachel. This is so effed up now. We see from her perspective, he's like, one day I have to stab him. It's like, yeah, you're just sitting there waiting for like, when can I kill him? It's like the whole, oh man. Yeah, so her whole, constantly, in every episode she was thinking like, I will betray him one day. I will betray him. It's like, god damn it. Tower of betrayal to the max here. Oh yeah, and Dorsch is like, come on. What, you gotta pick love or tower? And she hates him more and more, yeah. It's almost evident you keep liking him. Damn. Yeah, and she's getting more and more jealous, right? Like, can I do it? So the whole episode is about her planning out a betrayal. Oh. But I feel they're doing it to push Bam, right? I feel, these other characters, right? They are doing it, I would guess, to just to push him to be their savior. Like, she is there to help her do it, but actually she wants them to do it probably because they want the main character, right, to actually, you know, get stronger and awaken his power in the betrayal of the water or whatever, right? Push his Genkai, right? Typical like a Yami thing. You know, break his Genkai by pushing him into the water and do shit, yeah. So I feel that they're doing this, right, to make Bam get stronger, right? But here I guess she's using her one life then, right? Which is the red bodyguard. And that's why he disappeared. As I was like, that red bodyguard, he clearly disappeared to save her life. I feel he called that. Oh yeah, she stabs herself. And then he's gonna die for her, yeah. Man, that's some that's some flatter. Like, I got jump into the knife. Oh, it's gonna trick the poor guy. Oh man, that's some evil strategy. Yeah, I'm gonna get some sympathy by, you know, by getting myself killed in front of him. Oh shit. Yeah, the kind-hearted Bam. This is gonna make him weak. Now I can pretend to be in a wheelchair. Oh, god damn it. Look at her snake eyes. She always had the snake eyes. I mean, I kept saying to you, snake eyes. Yeah. Now it's like, my perfect, according to Kikaku, I'm in a freaking wheelchair. He's gonna never suspect me betraying him. Yeah. It's like, god damn it. Man, this is so effed up evil. This is one of the most effed up evil animes ever. It's constantly just about her contemplating, when can I kill him, right? And he keeps being the nicest guy ever. Oh, you're so nice, Rachel, I love you. It must be hard for you. Even though she stabbed herself. Man. Yeah. I guess she's crying because she's like, oh, can I kill him? Can I truly betray him? She's crying because she's like, some kind of guilt, I guess. Yeah. Worst crocodile tears ever. Fuck's sake. Well, I guess it's a part of her trying to not kill him here. Yeah, with the whole abandonment thing. Otherwise, like, we betray you, yeah. It's like, But I guess this actually builds a little bit in her character, right? That she actually does care about him. She didn't actually want to kill him, in a way. I mean, she's gonna do it, but at least she had a little bit of, like, guilt there, or, you know, second guessing her betrayal. But she's Michelle Light after all. He's the darkness, right? So, and she wants to be a star, right? She wants to be a star brighter than everyone else. Also fits her, the lighting. Yeah. Man, this scene is so effed up now because you know how she's like, yeah, she's crying. Of course, she's crying because she's like, I have to kill you tomorrow, right? Yeah, it's, yeah, it's very. It's very different in her perspective, in her point of view. This why would this be the last chance though? I don't know why this would be the last chance. Could she betray him like a month later? I don't know. Yeah, the rules seem a bit a little arbitrary, honestly. Like, why would she pay right here? Yeah, Rack definitely smarter. Definitely. But I mean, it's kind of arbitrary. I think so, right? Why would she have to betray him specifically at this time? That seems to be more the, you know, them on the side being like, do it, girl, do it. You wanna see it happen? Yeah, it's more like they, more than actually being in her rules, because basically it's like, couldn't she keep climbing as long as she, you know? It explains why she can betray him, but not necessarily why she wants to be a star or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't really explain her like true purpose. It doesn't really explain what she knows about the whole light and darkness and tower thing. But it kind of explains why she betrayed him, I guess. Primarily. Incredibly selfish, though. Of course. Yeah, like, why? Okay, a little more on this thing. What's your desire, right? Yeah, you wanna be a star. Yeah. She wants to be the son. He was like nothing. And Bam is like, I just want to climb with you, girl. He's like, I want friendship and I don't know. He wants to have something like a cafeteria or something with friends. He has some kind of super nice dream. I just want to get up there with my friends. And she's like, I want to star. See, there's a lot of hate here, right? Because she's so jealous that, of course, he's having a nice time and enjoying it, basically, right? And she's obsessed with her star dream or something, yeah. He's incredibly jealous, even. Yeah. Yes. So, man, this is so horrible to see now from her mindset. Yes. Oh, man, this is the face of evil. It's like pure evil. This. Look at the snake eyes, right? That is the devil reincarnated. Yeah. Oh my god. It's incredibly driven by jealousy or envy. Well, maybe both. She's both envious and jealousy. I'll have to talk about the semantics. She's both. Right? She's both. She's literally both. Yeah. But wouldn't she become a star if she follows Bam? I'm just saying. Let's see, you have to betray him. If he was gonna like carry her on his back, I think it's gonna be the freaking carrier, right? Get her up to the tower. Okay. Oh man, she's filled with rage here. She hates him. He's everything I wanted to be. Why can't she? Perfect getting it there. Man. But yes, he's gonna carry her up to the tower. God damn it, woman. Yeah, it puts his mind. Oh man, it's like goosebumps again here, right? Seeing poor Bam. This is a very special episode. You just explain her evil agenda instead of. You're just gonna get up to now, I guess. Oh, it's only her, yeah. And of course, Rag's like, where's my bro? Where's my best friend? Yeah, Rag, of course, we should know he's the. Obviously, I ship him right with Bam, right? The true best friend of. Like, no one cares about her. They're like, where's our friend? We don't care about you, woman. They're all like, where's our best friend? Where's the guy? But I think they're pushing him, right? With her and so on. They want to push him to. See, they couldn't find his body. He's not dead. Come on. He's still not dead. He couldn't find the body. And in every anime ever, that means you're not dead. Come on. Everyone knows that. In every horror show, in anime show, if you find a body, you're not dead. I love this guy. He's just singing about... can I see climbing? I love this guy in a way because he's very pragmatic. He's like, okay, so he's dead. What about my test score? Like, yeah, he's so soulless. It's like, I just want to get up the tower. I don't care. Oh, I pass? Yeah, I'm gonna love him. Gonna love how completely he doesn't care about the characters or friendship or whatever. Man, yeah, everyone's gonna be. But I don't buy that at all, right? I'm just from the meta knowledge, right? I just can't buy that a character is dead in anything. Doesn't matter if it's the main character or the main bad guy, whatever, right? If you can't find the body, right? He's a Christ, right? You're not dead. It's the same thing if someone shoots the villain in some kind of horror movie, right? He falls down the house or whatever. Oh, there's no body anymore. He's clearly still alive. He's clearly still alive. Come on. They're clearly part of the whole. Yeah, definitely not. It's like, you got the last chance. It's like, I didn't do anything. It's like, yeah, right. Well, I mean, I suppose she made their own decision, but he definitely pushed her, right? He pushed her, yeah, it's like a push and a push there. I don't know. Man, this is gonna be effed up if they're all gonna help. Jesus! Well, I mean, maybe they know, but I don't know. The disabled woman's like... Poor girl, you don't know. Oh, it's because of the left. Man, she's getting more and more evil. Yeah, it's a kind of megalithic evil laughter too. I did it! Yeah, oh my god, she's so evil. She's pure evil. She's fucking pure evil. Yeah, it's like, yeah. No, she gotta cry too, right? She gotta push her. I mean, I guess she did still like him though, right? She had to betray him, but man, yeah, it's like I did it. I'm evil. Oh, nice the suit on even. Yeah, it's like let's go, bro. Let's go. Yeah, I don't want to fight this shit. I'm gonna climb too now. I need it for the truth, okay? Steve also gonna be like, wanna join me, bro? Here, Bam is alive, probably, right? In some. No? But I mean, there's a cave there. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I didn't believe he's not dead. He's gonna be alive down here. Oh, Besk's gonna find him, right? Yeah. Oh, he's alive! Surprise. Honestly, did anyone think he's gonna be alive or dead? I mean, like, come on. He's alive, of course. Besk gonna find him down there. Some CC protecting him. Come on. Like, I don't think anyone, to you honestly, is surprised that he's not dead, right? Especially as he said, oh, there was no body. So he's alive. Come on. Yeah, I don't feel really. It's just like. But it feels really effed up now that they are all gonna be like, let's climb with Rachel. Let's carry her up. Oh, for fuck's sake. Couldn't probably like. Yeah. So you should do that. Ooh, yeah, it's like, I know what you did. Ooh, I wanna be his light. Here we see. Oh, there's some oh man, there's some love rivalry there. He's like, I want to be his light. Yeah, I would have been a much better girlfriend than you. Yeah, here we go. Man, it seems really effed up now. The poor guys here, the misunderstanding, right? They're like, let's carry her up. Yeah, that seems. Oh, okay. He's gonna be like frozen in time or whatever. Okay. He's gonna climb for a bit with the guys. But yeah, so Beskell finds him. Or he finds him, I guess he knew it was there all along, but. Man, she's hot. She's clearly the hottest character. It seems like a Nia Tomato vibe in the music here. Who's throwing down there? God damn it, man! Where's my Rachel? No! No! Stop caring! You still worried about her? She killed you! Or, you know? Oh, yes, right. It's like, she pushed me, yeah. Man, he's. Yeah, you possess the power that everyone wants. He's clearly the destined child to be in this anime. Is he gonna be in love with Rachel, right? I have to save Rachel from something. Yeah, you can become the god of his tower. Yeah, he's the key around. Where's Rachel? No. God damn it. He's clearly gonna be like, where's my Rachel? I wanna... Oh, yeah, that's a good point. What made her go insane, I guess. If you climb the tower, you can figure out the truth why she wants to be a star. I guess it's true. Ooh, I will train you. I love this star. I really want to see what's happening now. He's gonna be trained by Beskell here, yeah. Okay, I like it now. He's like, yeah, let me train you. Does like grab her hand though? What? Okay, okay. You're trying to climb tower again here. Good smile there. Yeah, it's like the prologue is over. Welcome to the Tower of God. Now we're gonna climb again here from the basement. She wants to be the sun, I guess. We have a big sun there. Yeah, but I mean, this is a story of Rachel. So Rachel is the real main character. Yeah, this is sort of Rachel. And then the other guy knew what he did, she pushed off. Oh, this is probably his other character, I guess, from season 2 characters, I guess. Yeah, as a blind, I don't know. Person with long hair? Yeah, as a blind person, not read the novel, I don't know what that is. No. Not a good time for that. Someone called me, whatever. That's pretty perfect that they called me just after, but whatever, we're gonna review here. That's pretty perfect that they called me just not during the episode there. So I completely ignored the chat knock. That was pretty hype last part. Let's see what we wrote there. Thank for the nation, Jigsaw. The last box. The last buck, yeah, but that's good. Thank you, Jigsaw, yeah. No, I sorry I've missed out the chat right until now here. I was like, man, this is too into it. The last part there. Yeah. But I know you wrote it. You wrote the Discord, yeah. So I know you wrote it last time in the Japanese language. But yeah. But anyway, let's review the episode. Just put it up here, right? Let's go back a bit. This pin here, yeah. The desightful Rachel. Let's review it. But so that's the last episode, right? And obviously, whatever we call me. Someone called me. Obviously, we would it would be awesome to see season 2, right? There was a character in the end, which I don't know who it is, but I guess it's gonna be one of the important characters later, right? And so on. But interesting last part, and it kind of gave me. It didn't give me exactly, of course, what. It kind of gave me what I expected, to be honest. I expected this episode to explain, part of Rachel's betrayal, but not fully explain why she wants to be a star or whatever. Right? But kind of giving you a little bit like, okay, she did it because she had to betray him, where she couldn't climb or whatever. Okay, so you kind of get like the superficial explanation of her betrayal, without getting all the fleshed out details, which then Bam will climb to figure out. But I really liked this episode here. Not only that it gave us, of course, the Rachel perspective, but also that it made Rachel be even more spiteful. Like, it made you hate her even more. When you watch the episode, you're like, man, this bitch, she's a... Because before it was like, yeah, she was also acting nice to him, and she betrayed him for some reason, right, so on. And she could have been this, mega maniac, evil planner, schemer, whatever, right? In many different aspects. But when we see this part here, I think it's a good part here, right? When she gets to the test here and she doesn't do it. In this part, immediately already here then, before the actual anime started, right? How I say it, she's very like spiteful. She's like, oh, the bastard! He's so unfair! He's stronger than me! Where's my weapon? Like, she's such a whiny bastard! She's such a whiny little bitch, right? Immediately she's like, I wanna have better powers too! So you really makes you like her less, right? Yeah, immediately, you come on, we all hate her, right? We all hate her immediately. And then if you get here in the beginning, and you hate her even more, yeah, because everything that's building up over this episode is that she's like a whiner. It's like, everyone likes him, no one likes me. Constantly it's her. It's like looking at Bam, making friendship. See what's the scene at the. Here, yeah. This is a scene here at the restaurant or the cafeteria, right? And when she's in the cafeteria, she takes an apple, right? And from what we saw earlier during this episode of the cafeteria, we see her hiding, and at that aspect, at least I think most people did, right? You think that she's probably just hiding because she doesn't want Bam to know it's her, right? She's like, take an apple and goes away to her room, right? And so on, right? Doing that stuff, right? But when you actually see from her perspective, it's more like, I hate that bitch, bastard. Yes, I have no friends. I'm gonna take his friends, Like, she has a lot more evil. Yeah, she's freaking evil, right? That is just not evil, but she's so spiteful. She's a spiteful character, and she's all, how to say it, right? But she's all that complaining, whining, jealousy, envy. She's both, right? I love that comparison, and Simpson, I think, is the best episode ever, Simpson, when they explain the difference between jealousy and envy, right? Jealousy is when you're afraid that someone is gonna take what you have, right? You can, for example, let's say you're in love with a girl, and this other guy is flirting with her, right? You're like, oh man, that's jealousy, if he succeeds with that, right? Because you're taking a girl you wanted, right? Whereas, like, this guy here has a really cool waifu, you're like, man, I want to have a cool waifu too. That's envy, because you want to have what he has, right? But with Rachel, it's both, right? Because she's both envious that he has friendship. She's like, I also want to have friendship. He has powers. I also want to have effing powers, right? So that's envy. And but at the same time, she's also jealous because she's like, I can't climb if Bam is gonna climb. He's gonna take my godlike role, right? He's gonna be the king. I want to be the king or the queen, whatever. I want to be the star. So she's both jealousy on Bam being in her way, and also envious on Bam having this friendship and nakamas and so on. Right? She's both, and she's very, very spiteful, and she's very, very like, I should be mine. So I think that was great. I think that really, and that is something I said last week though, in my review last week. I said last week, guys, that I really felt right that one of the reasons, which I felt was the biggest reason why she would betray him in general, was that she's afraid that if she doesn't betray Bam, she can't become the lead, the top, right? That was what I said last week. I was like, if she doesn't betray Bam, because Bam is very, very, potent, he has all his abilities. If she doesn't betray him, he's gonna be the next, ranked #1 climber, right? So I felt that was like a big thing there last week, that one of the reasonable motivation, right, was that she would be like, I have to become #1. I have to stop him from being #1 in that sense. That to me would be the most reasonable explanation. And it's kind of, I have to say, isn't that like half true? Because yes, she had a much more clear agenda to betray him, but she's keep thinking that if I don't betray him, he's gonna climb faster than me. He's gonna get to the top, right? I have to stop him. I wanna be the star, right? So I think that's true. I think I was right in that. I mean, more indirectly right in that. But it's interesting though, and I love this scene here where she's laughing. Where's the scene when she's doing the evil laughter? Here it is. The evil laughter scene. I love that though. She's going into this full evil right. I did it! I did it! Yeah, you're gonna love that scene. She's going like straight up mega blading evil there. It's like, I betrayed! Of course, she's kind of laughing into crying, right? So they definitely gives you a little bit that she didn't want to betray him fully, I suppose. But I think it's more like, I would call her something like an anti-villain, right? Which is a term not used very much so, but I think something more that she's clearly the bad guy of the, so far, right? She clearly is the villain, but she has like, how to say it? It's more like if she could betray someone else, if they were like, hey, you have to kill Rack. If you kill Rack, then it's fine. Like, she would rather kill Rack than killing Bam. I think that's like a fair thing with it. She's clearly evil. She's clearly very selfish and egoistic. But she still likes Bam, right? So it's kind of like a psychopathic thing there, where it's like, well, she's willing to sacrifice the person she loves for her own gain, right? She's freaking evil, right? But that doesn't mean that she would not rather kill like Kun or Rack or someone else, and Dorsey or Annika, whatever, right? So in that sense, I think it makes a lot of sense that she's like, haha, I'd kill him, but also I feel sad about it because he was the one that I did like the most. I guess, like she would rather kill someone else, right? But still, though, she will kill him if she has to, right? So she's clearly freaking evil, but I mean, it's like even evil has standards, right? It's like, well, if I could kill someone else, that would be better, right? I think that's what I feel from this scene. She's like, yeah, I would rather have killed someone else, but I still killed that bastard, right? So she kind of mixed emotions there for her. And she stabs herself. That was a good thing. She's jumped into the knife. But where's big red guy? So they didn't even explain that he is, and I freaking said it right. I said it for weeks now, and I said it for a long time, right? That he clearly died for her, right? I mean, I said it for a long time, and I even had people commenting a few weeks ago on the channel, so on, that this was even explained in the manhwa. They were like, "Oh, this guy's been appearing in manhwa." Yeah, but didn't he die for her? Like I said that when she was getting injured. I was like, "This red guy is her somehow blood golem or whatever. He's gonna die so she can be alive." And it's here we clearly have them saying that, well, you have like one extra life, right? If you die, this guy will die for you. They basically said that, and we see you getting stabbed, and he disappears. So he clearly disappeared, right? Because he was like her lifeline. So I don't know, guys, but I read more than one comment over these weeks here, like 3 or 4 so, and people said, what happened to the red guy? And I mean, I don't mean from anime, I mean from manhwa readers. It'd be like, the red guy he's never been again in manhwa, which I think is strange. That kind of comments I read. And I'm like, yeah, but didn't he die for her? I mean, I think so at least. Right? We don't have read the manhwa. I'm like, he's clearly died so he could be alive again. Like, that's to me, is like a no-brainer. Or at least now. I said it even before this episode, but I think now it's like, yes, he clearly died for her life, right? He clearly died for her life. That's a good point. Let's talk about it short. This episode, it can be a good point about that. That Mershhype wrote here. That's a good point. Let's talk about it. Let's side note, but it's a good point. How would I say it? It's very true. There are a lot of animes. For example, I said it last week. I was very surprised that Hamafura got season 2 right, which I really love Hamafura. But it's usually what they do with a lot of anime is they only make one season right. It's the last episode of the season, and they only unfortunately, very commonly, as you wrote there, they only make one season right, and that is to motivate you to go and buy like the novel right, it's a Konosuba novel right, like oh yeah, you go and buy this stuff right. That is very common right when you have this how would I say it in that kind of stuff right. It's very very common that you only make one season and then you hope people are gonna buy. In this case, then, go and read the manga or go and buy the novel right or something like that. That's very very common. That is very unusual to see for more shows, unfortunately, that they have season 2 right. I don't know now. Maybe they're gonna announce season for Killing Bites. Killing Bites is never gonna have a season 2. but yeah, like if they're gonna announce season 2, I think you will see it today. Honestly, like they did with Hamafura last Saturday, we announced it the same day. Attack on Titan right, did it the same day, last season, last episode. So usually what they will do is they will announce the next season in the last episode, right? Dr. Stone did the same thing last year and so on. So, yeah. I don't know, I haven't checked out different sources yet, but season 2 for this anime is very popular, so I think that makes it very likely. But I have not read anyone saying that it's been announced today. I think that's like a big indicator if they don't announce it today, like a date or so. I think this will be the day they should announce season 2 right, because everyone's gonna be hyped because it just ended. So usually what you do right is you have the last scene of the last episode. That's the story. You have like this date we will return. Then of course you have Corona and so on, so kind of relate. But normally right you have like this is the date we'll come back. So yeah, that's a bad indicator. There's been no announcement today. Unless I'm wrong, I haven't read an announcement. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there's been any announcement today. So, but obviously, this is the biggest show this season. This and Kaguya-sama, I think, are by far the two biggest shows, right? So, in that sense, it has a likelihood of being. But yeah, you saw one episode. Doing the review now. I think that the likelihood. I'll say one thing here, and I don't say this because I like the anime, but I'll say one thing when it comes to here, and when it comes to rating and the sales and so on, right? There's one thing though you have to remember, and if I'm just trying to be, production, work with this stuff in real life, is trying to be as pragmatic as I can here. I do think though, this anime being very popular, I'm not saying that it doesn't be popular, but I think it's fair to say, from like a production standpoint, that if you look at this season though, this season has like, I don't know, a third or so, like a fourth of the normal animes being produced. This is the big answer, right? Like this season is supposed to have, at 0, right? I have my RAM here, always ready, right? Like this is supposed to have, RAM 0 returning, right? Coming next in 2 weeks from now. And let's just take it from that aspect, right? If you had these other animes, again, for example, at 0 this season, this anime, I would argue, would probably be less seen, right? Because we have to compete with other animes. Doesn't mean this anime isn't good, but it means that this anime actually probably had a bigger exposure, right? Because it had less animes to compete with. It's hard to say exactly what that means for second season, but I think in one way, some people might say that it didn't actually sell that good because it didn't compete with anyone else. That might be a reason to say it, right? Or they might say we have to make a season 2 of this anime because it was clearly the best of this season and everyone's seen it because they did as 2C, right? But I feel it's fair to say. But yeah, but it's been 30 minutes episode 0. Have they announced it though? I'm gonna Google it fast then. Season 2, Tower of God, season 2. I would assume they should announce it today, right? That's what I keep saying, right? I don't see anything here. If you have a real, I mean, I would assume again they should announce it today. That would be what I would do it, right? But I don't see anything here though. There's no. Here's the official site. That's a good comment from the creator. But sorry, I don't see any official news that's been announced. By the way, let's get back to the episode. But yeah, I have my doubts, guys. I don't know. It feels. Let's say it one more time here. From a production standpoint, right? Which I work with for real life. I'm just like, you have to think about this season has so few enemies. What does it actually mean? Yeah, I don't think it's announced yet, and I doubt it because the thing is that they want to sell the mana, right? That's how you do this thing. In one season, like you mentioned earlier, Killing Bites, and it's like, okay, go and buy the manga, right? And Killing Bites, for that matter, had a game coming out, right? That was cancelled and so on, so that definitely never got anything too because they cancelled the game too. So that, if you cancel the game, then you know it's not gonna be very well here. But anyway, so let's go back to the. So I don't know about this SSD. I give up. I don't have more facts than that thing. Don't know the video. Let's go back to Rachel being a bitch. No, but I like this scene too. Though I say I like this scene too in the episode because as soon as Rachel is coming out of the water slug thing, right? We see all the characters. Where's Bam? Where's my best bro? Where's the kid? Where's my bro? We see Rack being like, where's my best friend? Get away from this place, woman. So I love this place because she's all up to this point, right? We see her backstory and she's contemplating how much she hates him. God damn it, right? And she's contemplating how much she hates him, right? So there's been like 15 or so minutes here in the episode, and Rachel is constantly saying that I hate him, I'm jealous, I'm envious, I wanna be like him, he's so unfair, it's unfair, she's so spiteful, and as soon as she betrays him, and leaves the body of water, right? Immediately everyone's like, where's Bam? Where's Bam? Get away, woman! where's the best guy? I love immediately, no one cares about her, they're like, we wanna see the boy! So that's an interesting episode. There's a good part there. She's so spiteful and she gets immediately karma back there. But I think it's interesting too though that let's talk about what's gonna happen afterwards, right? Of course I haven't read it, but it seems to be clear that Rachel is now then gonna climb with the other cast, right? She's gonna climb with Kun and Rack and so on. And Kun is like, I wish I was his love interest. Kun is like, I want a boy who love that guy. Like, I should have been his girlfriend. Yeah, Kun is like, God damn it, it should have been me he loves. It would be way better. But that seems really effed up to me, right? That after they've seen him now, they're all like, let's help Rachel. And we see one of the girls, she's like, oh, the disabled woman, I guess. She's like, they still don't know she can't walk, so they don't know the truth, right? So they're gonna climb with her, which feels really wrong, right? She killed Bam and takes over his friendship party. It's like someone going into like a One Piece, like killing Luffy and taking over the crew. Yeah, it's like, oh, this is my Nakamas. So that seems really wrong, right? And given what Best Girl said, talking to Bam late in that episode here, there's gonna be a while, right? So I'm guessing like a time skip. If I go and read season 2, if it happens, I'm guessing it's gonna be like a time skip where Bam or who else gonna climb, right? And then Rachel been climbing a few more floors for a while, right? With the Nakamas. Probably a few of them dying, perhaps, right? Some of the less important characters. Like the guy that immediately is like, I wanna get up. Yeah, like, where's my points, please? And so on, probably, right? So, probably gonna have like a time skip, would be my guess, right? In typical, anime fashion. There's probably like a time skip after this episode, right? And then they're gonna, I suppose, generally succeed, right? Going after her, right? And Rachel is like the main. It might be that Rachel is the main character, right, for a while. They might follow her, while Bam is like training in the basement or something, getting trained by the true, the agenda of something. Something like that, right? Yeah, I mean, I haven't read, so I don't know the comparison that's how rushed it is, but I've heard definitely it costs a lot of chapters, right, per episode, right. But I'll talk about this thing now, though, which I feel is really interesting, right? Which is for me probably the biggest takeaway, though. Not just that the best girl is very attractive, but that I think it's a very clear thing, though, in this episode, which seems to be the biggest thing for me, right? I'll say I'm like lots of words, but like the biggest thing for me, though, in this episode is that she betrayed him, she's evil, she's a bitch, but the biggest thing for me is that it seems definitely right that all the other people around this, all the administrators and the different judges, right, that they are like, let's make a betrayal happen. So I think the biggest thing, right, is that they seem to want to make Bam the king, right? They want to remove the Jahad, right, the evil guy in the with the whole principle. They seem to really want to remove him, right? And I think that's been hinted to for a while. So I'm not really surprised at all, really, because they've been definitely trying to help Bam get stronger and so on for several episodes. So it's no real surprise to me. And to me, it seems pretty clear they set up Rachel to betray Bam just so they could be like, oh, he's dead now. So the king would think that he's dead, right? And now they can then train Bam in this like cave or something, so you can make him a lot stronger. That seems to be the thing, right? To me, at least, right? That the general whole idea is that they want Bam to actually be the king, right? And then by, of course, faking his death, right, they can then protect Bam, and then now they can make him stronger, so he can actually go up and be the new, better king, right? And be the true climb of tower. That to me seems to be the actual no-brainer thing here, right? And in that sense, the prologue is ending, right? Because it explains why Bam is probably going to be strengthened in a time skip now, right? That would be my guess, definitely, from this start. They're trying to, and also motivate him, I guess, with the betrayal. It reminds me a little bit of Naruto in sense, Itachi's strategy. I'm gonna make you hate me. I will be stronger by hate. Yeah, it definitely gives me a little bit of Itachi, the playbook there. I'm gonna kill everyone you love so you get stronger from hate. I'm gonna betray you. Doesn't he feel that, right? Like the guy is like, oh, we will have you betray him. He will get stronger from the hate. Yeah, definitely. That's the strategy. Come on. Isn't that the player? They're like, yeah, we will make him, motivate him, right, with betrayal. I think that to me is actually the biggest takeaway from like a general story here, right? That they want to replace the king, right? So they are like forging Bam to be this ultimate machine of, I don't know, revenge or something, I don't know, but he's gonna train, right? And I definitely expect a time skip after this episode, right? If season 2 ever happens, but if you go read the manual, right, expect a time skip. I was like, next season, gonna have something done. And yeah, so as said earlier, right? I mean, I haven't read the manual, so I have no idea, but it's clearly, I suppose this is clearly like. I think this is clearly, I don't know, but I'm sure that people love this character. This is classic anime, right? It's like, last episode, let's show some other characters. Means I have no idea, but I suppose this is one of the. I'm just gonna guess from a blind reaction here. I'm guessing this is a very important character in the next story, whatever. Right? But I have no idea. But I suppose everyone here that's read is like, wow, this character. But yeah, very unlikely. I think season 2 is pretty unlikely too, because usually this kind of system is made for buying and selling. Yeah, getting people to buy the other stuff, right? And lastly, I don't know. My last point is gonna be that Rachel wants to be the star. I like that idea that she is so selfish and megalomaniac that her whole idea is like her actual dream is not to see the stars, but to be the star. Yeah, I love that analogy. She's like, I want to be the sun, right? Because this image here, we see it in episode 1. This is the king, I guess. And then we have like this big sun over there, right? And Rachel's dream is more to actually be the sun. That, of course, it's like showering the world of light, right? She wants to be light, not actually see the light. She wants to actually become the light. So I like that, yeah. There's like, she's so into her dream of just taking over the world, in a sense. She wants to be the world. So nice little metaphor there. What I don't understand with Rachel's plan, though, at all, and this does not explain it at all, right, in that sense, but she could just be wrong, right? Is that how though does she plan to win the tower though? That is like one big issue for her though, and then I think it's clear that she's like, well, I killed Bam, so now I can climb, but she was always too weak. She was always complaining about, oh, I'm so weak, and I can't do shit and so on, right? So I have a hard time seeing how she's gonna, by defeating Bam, betraying Bam, she's losing her golden goose right that helped her climb, and he was the one that defeated the bully and so on. How would she done that? I don't know. So I think that's a little bit though of like an issue for her, right? So she like climb with Kun and so on, but how she is actually gonna get up to these higher floors if she is so weak. That's like a big issue for her though. It might be easy for her to just be carried by Bam, right? So that's a little bit like, I don't know how she's thinking there. Like, I don't know how she's thinking, being like, yeah, I'm gonna betray him and then lose my position, and then the other guys can maybe help me or something. I mean, and she lost the red blood lifeguard, right? With the stabbing herself. So, yeah, I don't know how her plan is really to win. Like, how will she win in the end? And I think that's always a problem with any kind of betrayal, right? In any kind of game. I'm not talking about this thing here, but if you look at some kind of Survivor or whatever, some kind of like typical reality show, if you betray someone too early, when it's like, oh, this is floor 11 of 1,000 floors, and I betray you now, it's like, well, oh shit, like, what are you doing for 900 floors, right? I think there's a problem when you betray someone too early. In that sense, her betrayal here can be, is in a way, probably really stupid, right? Because she kind of needs him to be able to climb. That's a problem with her though. Her only reward is like, they will let her climb. It wasn't like, I'm gonna give you a weapon. She had a pretty bad deal actually. She didn't say like, give me one of those, legendary weapons, and then I betray him. She was like, oh, I can climb if I betray him. He's like, yeah, but how are you gonna win? Like, she didn't actually trade out to get more powers to betray him. She only traded out to be able to climb. It doesn't explain how she's gonna win, right? I'm just saying, but it's a bad betrayal, because that's kind of why, again, if you look at like a reality show, you want to betray someone in the final episode, right? You want to betray them in the end, when it's like, oh, I won by betraying you, and now it's over, right? So in that sense, the best way to betray Bam would be when they're at the final floor, right? And then she would betray him and become the son. That would be a way better strategy. Perhaps, I don't know. But I feel it's going to be hard for her to actually keep climbing, right? Of course, she's being carried by, Rack and Kun and so on, but still, though, right? How would she actually plan to win? That's a big problem there with early betrayals. Early, so to speak. But you know what I mean. That's kind of like, like, maybe. Maybe shouldn't betray him so early. I don't know. Because I felt that the other characters, and that's maybe better explained in the manga, but like, it wasn't really perfectly explained, let's say, how her... it wasn't perfectly explained, the rules actually, of why she had to betray him at this time, right? It was very arbitrary. I use the word arbitrary there. I feel it's a fitting word there. Because the other guys are like, you better betray her today. It's like, why do you have to betray him now? You do it or else. Like, they didn't actually explain if she didn't betray him at this day in the water, would then she lose? But isn't she allowed with the other rules of him carrying her, right? Yeah, it feels, maybe she's just stupid. Yeah, maybe she just isn't smart enough. But I felt that was a little weird. And that's maybe, I suppose it's better probably in the actual original novel there, because the regular text, they didn't explain at all actually why she had to betray him at this point in time at all. And he was just like threatening Rachel, do it or else. It was like, or else what? She will lose because this other guy made a rule, but that guy didn't explain to her that you have to betray him in this amount of time. They never gave Rachel any kind of like, you have to betray him inside, this scope of time, right? Or this, until this part, or this thing, or whatever. They never said anything of when she had to betray him. They just said you have to betray him one day, or else it's like, you're out for some reason. And again, then she should definitely have traded up and said, you have to, if I betray him, I want a weapon, or I want the power, I want something, right? So yeah, she's pretty stupid in that sense. but nonetheless, it was a good episode, because you clearly see her is like, oh, I'm getting more evil. I like to see when she was in the in the bed with her knife. I have the weapon here on me. But she was like, oh, I'm gonna stab him. See her with that blade. She's like, oh, I'm gonna stab him tomorrow. And like she's preparing to like train herself to kill him and so on. And the crying scene that looked really like, I don't know, romantic. Let's call it romantic in the early episode. And now it looks really evil. She's like, oh, I'm crying. And see her mental image is like, I have to betray him. Gonna betray. Yeah, it's like, man, she really was pushed for that thing. But anyway, yeah, that's the Tower of God reaction review, guys. Subscribe, hit like button, right? I'm gonna do a full review of the anime. Probably next week. I wanna, it's kind of like I play a game. When I play a game, I wanna reflect over it, right? I wanna think about it. I'm not a guy that just like watch I play a game and then I'll review tomorrow. Like, no, I'll play a game and then I actually think about the review for like a week or so, right? So I want to do a review probably next Wednesday. I think it'll be good. And then, yeah, 1 week. Next week, I'll probably do like a full review of the whole season, right? And with more reflection over the storylines and the characters, the powers, the rules, things, and so on, right? That's coming up. Otherwise, of course, some anime has ended now, so we're kind of waiting, right, for next season to start, right? Of course, RC0 is going to be a big thing. I'm pretty sure RC is going to air on Wednesday too, 2 weeks from now. It's going to be the next Wednesday, so of course that's my biggest thing next season by far. So for that, and also, generally all new animes coming, right? It's going to be a lot of new animes. But yeah, so this is the last week, I think, of this season, right? So Kaguya-sama is going to end on Saturday, and then I think almost every anime, or Gleipnir on Sunday, yeah, that's going to be, I think Gleipnir is the last anime season, and then we have new animes coming, right? So I'm excited, hope you're excited, because I'm always excited the most, I feel, this week, right, and the next week, we have animes ending and animes airing, right? So we have the season ending, see the finals, and then of course next week or 2 weeks from now we're having new animes or animes returning, and be like, what's going to happen, right? And one thing I really love to do on this channel is to be opening, reactions. So I'm looking forward to see, RC's opening and so on. I'm really looking forward to looking at new openings. Right? The Black Clover is coming back. I hope for a new Black Clover opening. So right, hope I love anime openings, right? So that's my favorite part in next week in Twitch. Doing openings. So right, see you guys and have a great.